EV Comply, simplifying your charge point installations.
Hello, it's Friday the 23rd of April and here's your latest EV roundup directly from EV Comply. Kickstarting with this news, Green Lithium has secured funding to build Europe's first large-scale lithium refinery to enable the UK to produce electric vehicle batteries at home. There is currently no commercial lithium refining capability of scale in Europe, leaving the continent's rapidly growing EV and sustainable energy storage sectors reliant on China. Green Lithium aims to fill the missing link in the EV supply chain by using the grant to connect the UK and Europe's lithium battery manufacturers with abundant sources of lithium. Speaking of batteries, this follows on quite nicely. Well, maybe nicely isn't the right word. Hyundai is discontinuing its first mass-market electric SUV, the Kona EV, in South Korea. Now, this is following a recall due to a fire risk in the battery pack. Now, the Yonhap news agency has reported that more than a dozen reports of fires in Kona EV battery packs have been documented since 2019. So Hyundai finally have decided to spend nearly £1 billion to recall 76,000 Kona EVs across its home country, though battery supplier LG Chem is contributing a big portion as well, apparently. Now, it's also recalled some Ioniq sedans and electric buses that use the same battery technology. If you're a BM fan, you'll be pleased to hear that BMW AG will build a prototype of a solid-state battery car before 2025. So they're joining an accelerating race for a technology that promises to boost the power and range of EVs. The automaker said its researchers are working intensively on solid-state batteries, calling cell storage the central plank of its electric vehicle shift. The pledge will see BMW take on Volkswagen AG, Toyota Motor Corp, and other major manufacturers as they all fight to get the system in a vehicle over the coming years. Businesses buy more EVs in the UK than individuals. How interesting is that? So the state of adoption of EVs by businesses and fleets in the UK soars past individual car sales. The lack of availability for small businesses in the US is becoming stark. A window into what the next 5 years of EV sales could look like in the US was provided this week by the UK-based Society of Motor Manufacturers and Traders, which noted that in 2020, businesses and large fleets had bought roughly twice the number of EVs than private buyers did. So 2020 saw 4.6% of UK private households purchased battery electric vehicles compared to an impressive 8.7% for fleets and other businesses. Here's some more big news. Stellantis, the company's Chief Executive Officer, Carlos Tavares, has outlined the recently formed group's updated electrification strategy, which includes 4 new electrified platforms, 2 of which are fully electric, and 2 new European battery assembly plants. Formed in January following the merge of Fiat Chrysler Automobiles and PSA Group, the new Stellantis strategy seeks to rationalise the group's electric car performance, which currently is a mix of FCA-developed architectures and PSA developments. We'll see a second generation of eCMP at some point in 2022. This will then be replaced by the start of 2026 by a new small electric car platform called STLA Small. Amazon has confirmed that more than 800 EV charging points have been installed across its UK sites, with hundreds more scheduled as part of an ongoing partnership with Suffolk-based EO Charging. Amazon Logistics EU Director Nick Fife said, "Sustainability and our climate pledge goals are so important for the future of our last mile operation. Businesses, big and small, have played a key role in helping us transform our infrastructure. EO is one of them." Amazon pledges to reach net zero carbon emissions across its operations by 2040. Here's something you won't forget in a hurry. An electric vehicle startup just became the largest UK company listing in history. Arrival, a London-based pre-revenue electric van maker, merged with special purpose acquisition vehicle CIIG Merger Corp to list on the Nasdaq. In the process, it raised £660 million. The value of the business is now £13.6 billion. Not only that, but it's the record for a listing of a UK company, according to the data from Dealogic. You may not have heard of Arrival. So here's a quick rundown. They were founded in 2015 by a former Russian government official named Denis Servlok. The business is one of many electric vehicle startups aiming to make it in the lucrative space of commercial vehicles. A funding round last year led by Korean car maker Hyundai Kia valued the company at £3 billion. So it's safe to say they've come a very long way. Apparently, the UK is the 7th most expensive country to charge an EV in Europe, according to new research from Irish price comparison website Switcher. For a full charge, the UK has an average cost of €13.77 compared to Germany's €19.02. Ukraine came in first place with a full charge costing €2.91. Now that is cheap. It was then followed by Kosovo, Serbia and North Macedonia. And ending on a high, the government is to make a legal commitment to cut emissions by 78% by 2030. The move is in line with the recommendations from the Independent Climate Change Committee and will limit the volume of greenhouse gases emitted over a 5-year period, so from 2033 to 2037, taking the UK more than 3/4 of the way to reaching net zero by 2050. Prior to cementing its net zero commitment in law, the UK had a target of reducing emissions by 80% by 2050, though today's 6th carbon budget announcement means the government is aiming to achieve almost the same level 15 years earlier, and I think we can all agree that is great news. Another week passed and another EV roundup done. Remember, we post these every single Friday, so we'd love for you to subscribe and check out all our social channels where we post at midday on a Friday. If you'd like to get involved in the podcast, please do visit our website. That's EV-Comply, where you can catch this podcast and all previous podcasts and all information to get in touch. From everybody here at EV Comply, have a top weekend.